Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Hayley Osborne Show. This is episode 111, and I am coming to you live here. If you didn't know, I have a YouTube channel. So if you like to consume media that way, I would encourage you to go over to YouTube and follow the Hayley Osborne Show, just Hayley Osborne Superhero Marketer on YouTube, and subscribe because today, if you're watching the visual, I'm actually in Sydney. I'm in my hotel room and I've set up such a cool little space here to record. I'm staying at the W, which is so fabulous. And so behind me, I've got like this really cute shark that it's kind of like their signature move at the W. It's quite a funky hotel. And there is a beautiful backdrop of, yeah, it looks so stunning. And yeah, I'm really ready and excited. And there's so much like just good vibes right now in and around my business. If you weren't aware when this comes out, so it'll be last week, I would have recorded a segment on Koshi's Business Builders, and that will be airing late June. So be sure to have a look at that and tune in. It's on channel 7 when it comes out. I'm sure that I will tell you when it is. But yeah, so I'm in Sydney at the moment and I'm taking this opportunity now to record some podcast episodes, and this being one of them. But I'm really excited because what I want to talk to you today is recently as well, I was featured in a Inside Small Business article. And within that article, I discuss some really important things, namely, just hold on a second. And that's the beauty of going live, right? Is that, I generally have taught myself really well to be able to do one take of things. And that hasn't come without practice. And I think that was the number one factor in me being able to succeed yesterday, in recording a TV segment, because I think when you know your zone of genius and you've been practicing for a really long time, and namely this podcast episode, it becomes a lot easier for you to be, responsive and reactive and nimble and just go with the flow while maintaining like the significant level of composure. And so today I wanted to talk to you a little bit more about that article because I wrote it for Inside Small Business, and I thought, if you didn't get to read that, I really wanted to elaborate a little bit more about that here on the podcast. But one of the things I wanted to talk about first is the best thing that I've ever done for growing my business, and that is to get really clear on my story. And I feel like since I have done that, things have started to move and evolve very fast inside my business. And, my story has changed over the years from where I started to where I am now. And I've had to morph and change with the times. But, I started this business with no kids, a different name, a different style of business, to where I am now with kids. I'm 6 months pregnant with my third child, and I'm working under my personal brand. And my personal brand is set up in a way where I have a very small sort of agency model on one side of my business, where I have retainer clients that come in and I manage them, like their holistic marketing strategy and everything within that. And then I have one-on-one coaching that kind of sits in the middle, where I have my high-level coaching clients. And then I also do marketing strategy, social media strategy. I do VIP days, and, they sort of sit in the middle. And then on the other side, I have my membership superhero marketing, where I support small business owners to have the biggest growth with hopefully the least amount of time and effort, using my templates and tools and frameworks to be able to create activities and strategies within their business around marketing. And so the business is made up of a few different things. And recently, based on what I have found a lot most recently is that when you do get your story right, you know, a lot of beautiful things can happen. And that is why I want to officially welcome to the table superhero storytelling, which is my 4-week experience for small business owners and entrepreneurs and thought leaders, really, who are ready to discover the superpower inside their business and frame it into a really dynamic story to tell. I think when you have clearer storytelling, that means you have more beautiful messaging. And therefore, when you have more beautiful messaging, you have an increase in sales. And the both of them, they go simultaneously. So within superhero storytelling, you'll learn the best frameworks and tools that I've built and created to develop really what my story is today so that you can use them in your business to create your story too. It's been designed to be able to help you understand what your unique strengths are and how to harness them through storytelling. Storytelling with strategic thought is the key to growing your business. I've worked with so many businesses over the years, and this is one of the things that keeps coming up as massive blocks. So I feel that, I have seen that once this element is really nailed, the rest becomes so much easier for you in every facet of your business. So, yes, throughout your marketing, yes, definitely throughout your selling, because selling in your marketing is like throwing water balloons at a porcupine. So you have to get really good at storytelling. But how do you do that? You do that through superhero storytelling, which is why I've created this 4-week experience so you can really nail your story. And this will help you to develop the setting and the environment for you to have a really good narrative so that you're aligned everywhere in your business, everywhere your business shows up, like Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok, and most importantly, your website. This is the key that will show you how to do that. And, how would you feel to develop the techniques your business needs for crafting engaging and relatable, superhero and villain characters that resonate with your business and your audience? Pretty good, I would say. And, it adds yet another thing for you to talk about in your story. And this is a really great way to explain it, but it doesn't specifically mean that you have superhero and villains inside your business, but more along the lines of being able to confidently describe the pros and cons inside your business without always having to refer back to selling. So really get comfy with storytelling. People buy from people and from stories. Okay, so all of us can create really amazing stories behind our businesses, and it's that story, that your origin story, discovering what your superpower is inside your business, that ultimately works to attract your dream clients. And I found doing this for myself was such an amazing process, and that's why I want to teach you how to do it as well. And it does work for my one-on-one clients. It works for those inside my membership. And this is such a beautiful way to be able to craft that for yourself in such a short space of time, because we're nearing the middle of the year. And, if you haven't extracted a digit and gone all in, now is the time to do that. Because if you want to move the needle in your business, it's not going to happen without work. Okay, so you do need to put in the work. But if you didn't know, storytelling is the currency of humanity. And if I can do it and craft something incredible for my clients, I know that you can too. So we start this experience on the 11th of June. I would love to welcome you inside and, take you through the process. So we go through in 4 different masterclasses live with me, plus workbooks, plus extra additional things to help you really succeed and nail what this looks like for you. And it will really help you get clear on your messaging, your content pillars, and how you kind of speak to your audience and your target audience. I would love to see you on the inside. Go to superherostorytelling.com for more details. All right, so let's get into today's episode. So, like I was saying before, recently I wrote an article for Inside Small Business, and I talked about ways that you can reduce the cost of running your small business. And it was based on the fact that, right now it's chicken and egg for business owners. And so, you know, we are living in a time where the cost of living is increasing, and, everything around us is getting a little bit more. And so I thought that this was really great time to elaborate on this also inside the podcast and kind of connect the dots. But when you become really innovative and clever within your business, momentum creates momentum. So yes, you want to, find ways to be able to slash the cost of running your business, but you also want to create more sales. So I've come up with some cool ways that you can slash the cost of running your small business and without compromising on being able to tell your story. Shit. Okay, sorry. These things happen. Obviously, I am recording in my hotel room and it's super cool. Like I said before, if you are watching on YouTube, you can see the background is very cool. It is almost equally as cool as the neon inside my office, but it's different and it still fits the vibe. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. But the housekeeping just rang the doorbell. And so I was like, oh no, I need to stop. But what was I saying? So to continue on with that, it is important that you like weigh in where you can and weigh out where you can inside your business from cutting the cost of running your small business. So I really want to emphasize the fact that, this when you run a business, there is no glass ceiling. Okay. So your income potential is endless. Do that glass ceiling and really make it your new floor. And so I want to help you to be able to do that because there's one thing. Sorry. Here we go. Silly thing. Okay. This is the first time I have recorded on my phone with my fancy microphone. Anyway, the show goes on. Hopefully this audio is beautiful. I think it will be. I'll chop and change, but the recording is the recording. Okay, so bear with me. So, your income earning is limitless pretty much as a small business. So I want to teach you where you can save money and where you should spend money in your business. And I've come up with 3 surprising ways to slash the cost of running your small business. And, when you can get really innovative in reducing the cost of running your small business, it's a match made in heaven, right? If things aren't going great in your business, marketing is always the first thing to go because it's perceived as expensive. But it doesn't have to be that way. If you use marketing to your advantage and get smarter as a small business owner on what and where to invest your money, learning how to leverage it to work for you and its return on your investment, pretty much the world is your oyster. And so, yes, I do what I do. I help business owners to create activities and strategies around marketing to help you have the biggest growth with hopefully the least amount of time and effort. And yes, I run a business, and yes, these things are paid for because this is my zone of genius and this is how I make my contribution to the world. But the numbers speak for themselves when you take things out of your business and lean into other things in your business. And so it does make sense to invest in certain things and take out others. But studies have really shown in 2024 that short form video content provides 31% of return on investment. And, high quality images provide 22%, blog posts provide a ROI of around 15%, and like case studies, podcasts, and other audio provide a return on investment of around 14 to 15%. But what I do know is, as a solo small business owner in the digital marketing area, is that these are some of the strategies that I use with digital marketing to help me create more brand awareness and raise awareness in and around my business. And I know that they can help you too. So here are some of my 3 ways to slash the cost of running my business and increase my profits. And I thought that they might be able to work for you as well. So the first way is content marketing. And it's not going to come as a surprise to you, but you know, it's emerged as a beacon for me as a small business to reduce my operational costs while effectively being able to reach my target audience. And by me creating and distributing really valuable, relevant, and consistent content, I can attract and retain a really clearly defined audience, which ultimately drives like profit inside my business without breaking my bank. I have just been very clever and strategic around my strategy in order to do this. So, with really clever creativity and strategic planning, my business has been able to produce awesome content that resonates with my audience that doesn't break the bank. And you can do this too. And it not only like slashes my marketing costs by focusing on my owned rather than my paid media, but also builds, quite long-term brand presence that really continues to like gather results over time because I am so consistent. Okay, so consistency is free. All right, you just have to have your own strategy, and you can do this through storytelling. And, with my content marketing strategy that I've built for myself, it continues to deliver results. So I do know that content marketing is free, especially when you are not paying for paid ads or anything like that. You just have to have a strategy, but it's worth going all in because the world is your oyster. And if you can master what that looks like for you, it's really limitless. The second thing I want to talk about to be able to, reduce the cost of running your small business is SEO. So search engine optimization. So it is such an invaluable tool to use effectively that doesn't cost a bomb, that will help you increase your brand awareness and your overall return on investment of your customers when you get this right. So I work on my SEO every single week. It is a cost-effective way to boost my online presence without the hefty price tag. Okay, so associated, the big price tag that's associated with traditional advertising methods. The higher my relevance score in Google, this increases the likelihood of conversion for me, which turns my which turns my visitors into customers and my customers into loyal customers. And really, this is a fraction of the price of paid advertising campaigns. And so when I every week look at optimizing my website content, structure, page flow, and on-page elements like keywords and the meta tags and everything, I can consistently move my search engine rankings every single week. And I'm consistently in my website, which means that it is always up to date. It is always active. It has always got relevant and reliable content, which really helps to improve the SEO ranking, and it helps make potential customers, like helps give them the ability to find me so much easier, which is like above all really important. And especially as a solo business owner in this space, it can be quite challenging. And so I make an effort to make my mark in my website every week to keep it up to date, because a stagnant website, something that you don't tap into at all, week in, week out, month in, month out, you're going to get left behind down the pages. So it's important that you maintain that from lots of different angles. Now, the third thing that I want to talk about that will help you, it is a cost saver. These things will all take you time, but they will help you to have big impact while, not breaking the bank, is your email marketing. So email marketing is a standout for my small business, and as such a remarkably cost-effective strategy that does not impact your operational costs, but does maintain a really strong connection with your audience. It offers a direct line of communication with your customers for a fraction of the cost. And, if you can continually build and leverage your email list, crafting really targeted messages that deliver personalized content straight into the inboxes, don't forget, of your potential and existing customers and clients, you can really carefully, through storytelling, promote what you sell without the need for expensive advertising campaigns. And this is the beauty of email marketing. You have a warm audience that you are reaching every single week. And I love it so much. And this has helped me to be able to tell my story and for people to generate that know, like, and trust within my business, to be able to trust me, to be able to work with me. Just touched my microphone. I hope that didn't make an impact on the noise. But it's affordable and its versatility is amazing. I could be anywhere in the world and be still like connecting with my email list, which is so beautiful. You can actually see who's opened the emails too, right? So it's measurable. And that's something that is priceless as a business owner, because you can measure how many opens, how many clicks, how many bounce rates, and then you can fine tune it. And then you can adjust your strategy to max out that impact at a really, really minimum cost. So unlike traditional advertising that often requires such a substantial financial investment for short-term visibility, these three things, so content marketing, SEO, so search engine optimization, and email marketing, offer such sustainable and cost-effective alternatives to producing content for yourself and marketing your business. So they're the three things I really wanted to talk about today, and really amplify how you can lean into these things to move the needle in your business, to be able to work towards that North Star that you have as business owners. So, lasting remarks, go all in, guys, in these three areas, because they are free. You just need to know how. And I am your go-to girl if you do need to know how. Superhero storytelling starts on the 11th of June. I would love to have you on the inside. Otherwise, I love working with my clients one-on-one, and I would love to support you. And that's it, guys. I gotta go. I will see you next week for another episode of the Hayley Osborne Show.